Hey guys, what fun sidewalk here. Um, right now I'm just doing a subwoofer rebuild. It's a service I've been providing for a good amount of years right now. Um, a lot of people been requesting me to rebuild Soundstream and Pioneer subwoofers for a number of reasons and for a good while. So basically, I am just going to show you uh, one of the subwoofers I am doing for a customer of mine, the same X-Trail, rebuilding the sub for it. So I will show you how I've reached so far with the rebuilding of the said sub. Okay. Now, as you can see, purchase these soft parts locally. Coil is local, handmade. I don't know by who, but from the wrap, I could tell it's from one of the speaker guys in Princeton. Just made the scribe around the cone to cater for the new dust cap. But I'm not just putting like one dust cap alone, I'm putting like actually two. Just trying to get this stupid thing separately here. Here we go, right. See? So I'm doubling it for extra strength. So far I've just run the bead of epoxy around the neck of the cone, the form of the coil. Alright, this is the two spiders underneath there. One spider wouldn't be enough. So everything is just basically centered off and whatnot. All I just gotta do now is take it off from the basket, right? And simply wire it up, recenter it again, and that's pretty much it. You know, solder it in and hope for the best. But this is the parts I purchased with. It's really good stuff, right? But anyhow, yeah. So a lot of sub builders out here, they actually call those speakers, Pioneer speakers, they call it douglars. But the purpose of a douglar is basically you are making or modifying the sub or the sub coil into a single coil, and they say it's supposed to handle quote unquote more power. Sad to say that mod don't really work, because I've seen a lot of people modify subs, and you know they call it douglars, and a lot of people say yeah, it works good, it handles, it play lower. Not really. There's no difference in modifying a Pioneer, because basically you're just making the wattage lower. You know, that's a dual 4. I did not plan to do dual 2 on it because that speaker is a dual 4 speaker. So I'm putting it back into close to factory specs, even though that's not the original soft parts for it. This is the original soft part for it right here. As you can see, this is the Pioneer cone for it, but as you can see, it's really beaten out. So I'm not really intending on planning to use such insult. This subwoofer was, however, modified. The coil is the original coil, but what they have done was basically run it as a single coil. And what happened was that the second coil got scorched really bad. So performance of the said sub was off. The customer is very happy that I've remodified the sub, because he don't really, from what he has told me, is that he cannot really afford a new sub, which I find is somewhat not really making any kind of sense. But the guy, he said he wanted a rebuild sub, so I'm rebuilding back his old Pioneer, and hopefully that everything will perform as how it's supposed to be. The only thing about my when I rebuild the Pioneer, the plastic backing that was on it, I'm not really going to put back that, because I want the motor to have enough air to circulate, not to circulate, but to keep the motor cool in the enclosure and that kind of thing. I'm planning to also rebuild the enclosure as well, because I find that enclosure, it cannot handle my favorite frequency, which is 28 Hertz. it reaching 65 and 73 hertz. That's where it actually performs. But a lot of these songs out here, including my modified songs and DJ Slow and Throw modified songs, for some strange reason, you know, we use what we call real, you know, some mean frequencies, you know. So hopefully I supposed to be, you know, I don't know. Hopefully I supposed to get a sub up and running and whatnot. Just waiting for the glue to dry, and then after that I just had to take it out and continue what I was doing, right? So stay tuned, guys. This is Mod from Cyborg speaking here. We will talk later.